Blue. So I got a bunch of goodies yesterday, and I'm about to go put them in my car. These CDs are the goodies in question, and before I did that, I will show you what they are. And then I also got some books, and I also got some records. So there's all right. Here we go, y'all. Okay. Drexciya, Neptune's Lair. Good stuff, y'all. Much love. I've been getting into a bunch of like him, and I think his name is Marcus Fullerton. This guy's name is like James Stetson or something. But they have a bunch of side projects. Drexciya has The Other People Place, which is a really, really good album, I guess. They only made one thing under that name, but I really love it. It's kind of like down-tempo, housey, minimal electronic music, and I really like it. It's like hypnotic. This is more like, I don't know, kind of like space age-y. It's a lot more like in your face and kind of abrasive, I guess, than The Other People Place. But there's another band which is a side project of Marcus Fullerton, I think is his name. It's called Cyclops with an S, and it is so good, and it strikes like a similar sound, but I've been getting really into Cyclops, or like Eddie and the Eggs, like a bunch of his side projects. Anyways, all that to say that I've been listening to a bunch of Drexciya and Drexciya adjacent music, and I really, really like it, and I think it's cool to own. I also got C. Fields, Everything Squared. This is from this year. I am excited to listen to this very much. I think I've only heard one song off of it, but I received it as a bit of a Christmas gift. This is a collection of like a Brazilian compilation of classic samba songs, and it's compiled by David Byrne of Talking Heads, which I thought was cool. But yeah, I don't know any of the songs, I don't know anything about it, but it was $2 and now I have it. Another phase that I went through was 12-string guitars, or like steel guitars. So people like Robbie Basho or Matt Oakes or John Fahey or Karen Dalton, to like broader extents. Anyways, been listening to a ton of Robbie Basho, and I thought it was cool to like find an album in the wild. I haven't heard this one. It is a live concert from Italy, and that cover is very majestic. Speaking of kind of like freak folky stuff, Mark Fry's Dreaming with Alice, kind of like a staple of like that weird stuff going on. What does the CD look like? I'll show them all later, I guess, but I haven't seen them. But yeah, a classic. And then another welcome addition to my collection is the Townes Van Zandt live album from Houston, whatever. It's so good. He is so good, period, but that album in particular is divine. And when I showed up at the record store, that is what I was looking for. And they did have a record of it as well, like on vinyl, but I just figured I would listen to it more in my car than at my house. Okay. I also got Brighter Later, Nick Drake, kind of classic singer-songwriter, wistful vibes. Although I've been getting into his like other compilation stuff. There's like little cherry-picked singles off of all the other like compilations and EPs that are so good. Like right now I'm really into Hanging on a Star, what's it, Joey, Voices, Cello Song, there's a bunch, but anyways, Nick Drake. And then Emahoy what's her last name? Gebru. She is like really famous for being on one of the compilations of Ethiopiques, which is like Ethiopian jazz, sort of like revivals or like reissues. but yeah, new album as of this year. I really liked it and I wanted to have it. Those are the CDs. I also got some new books. I got The Dark Dark, which is a collection of strange and surreal short stories by Samantha Hunt, whose book I just finished, The Seas, and really liked it. Really off-kilter and weird and endearing and charming, and I really, really loved it. And I started reading the first one, and it seems equally weird, but leaning further into, or further away from being charming, I guess. These seem a little strange, and I'm into it. And then I also got another sort of follow-up from an author's book who I liked, The Maniac by Benjamin Laboutout. He wrote the last book, I'm trying to remember what it's called, it's probably on the back, When We Cease to Understand the World, which was about like the lives of different mathematicians and how they intersected, and I was really engaged in that and just into the writing and like the coincidence and the history itself. It's like slightly speculative and fictive, but mostly just grounded in like the weird coincidental history of like science and math, following like notable figures in the inception of that. Anyways, this is just another book that he's written, also about a mathematician. I don't really need to know what it's about, I just want to read it, and I found it and I was really excited. So that's that. And then I got two records. I guess I kind of went out of order, but first is Beverly Glenn Copeland's Keyboard Fantasies, which is a really nice ambient sort of like piano forward, kind of like doled out, a lot of like warm pads throughout, kind of spiritual, not quite like Alice Coltrane spiritual, but hypnotic and rhythmic and really open and reflective and pleasant. And then there's also a like remix album that's super stacked. There's like a bunch of really cool figures who contributed to that, like Arca and Blood Orange and what's his name, Jonathan Shabason, and other people. Anyways, this is just the normal Keyboard Fantasies. But yeah. Then I got, this is a band called Harmonia. This is a live performance from 74, and it is really, really good. They're kind of like, I don't know, like psych, prog rock, I guess. Kind of like krautrock-y, just because they're from Germany to begin with. So like a lot of the bands that the individual members were parts of are like krautrock staples, like New, like NEU exclamation point, and then some members from Cluster. They also collaborated with Eno, like Brian Eno at one point. But yeah, anyways, there's Rodalius, Mobius, and then I don't know the last two's name, but he was a member of New. This is all of them together, and they're just making sort of like seemingly improvisational, like really large, spanning like prog rock, krautrock-y stuff. It's really cool. Some of the songs are pretty long, like 17 minutes, I think, is one of these. But yeah, it seems like a great record to just put on and like zone out to. But yeah, those are the things that I got recently. Oh, I also got a harmonica. I will close this out with a little serenade. It's day one, so thanks so much for watching. I hope y'all are having a good holiday season. Okay, bye. Okay, also on my desk are the books that I'm currently in the middle of. Right now it's only two, but Either Or and Beautyland, both super good. I don't think I will finish these in time to include either of them on my like, favorites of the year list unless I read a whole lot. But I'm loving both and they're really good, and I don't know when I'll talk about them again, so just right now saying they're so good. Okay, I'll show what the CD faces look like, but yeah, bye. Double also, just because it's also on my desk. There's a lot of stuff on my desk, but the junk journal, which is one of the many journals I acquired recently, is getting filled, and it looks so cute, and I'm loving it, and it's full of stuff, and it's so cool. Okay, that's all for real. Okay, bye. Okay, hello. So as I was putting them into the binder, I realized that I have a bunch of other stuff I just got like last month that I will mention quickly. I got Volta by Bjork. I got Finally We Are No One by Mum. And then I got this Art Blakey live album, super cool. And oh yeah, the fourth one is actually playing right now, and I love and hate this album. Track 8 is important, okay, just keep that in mind. But this is Voyager by the band Space Needle, and this is like the holy grail of the stuff that I found. Like, I could not believe I stumbled upon this in the wild for like $3. But they're like a post-punk, garagey, industrial band that is really cool. And one of their songs in particular I love, and it is called Before I Lose My Style. And on the CD, it is track 7. And so anytime that I listen to the album, track 7 is just on repeat. I'm just running it back. The problem is that track 8 on the album is this like really harsh noise, industrial epic that's 13 minutes long. And so because I never finish it, it just restarts. Like whenever I turn the car on, the CD will start playing at whatever track it left off at. And it sounds like this. And it just does that for 13 minutes. So I very much dislike getting into the car whenever. It's just, it's a fine song. It's called like Junkie's Finger or something. There's like 3 titles, but it's fine. But like frame 1 of like being in the car and like forgetting that it's about to play, I do not like it. But yeah, anyways, these are what all the CDs from just now look like. Pretty cool. This one was surprising to me in like a bad way. Like this is not what the album should look like, in my opinion. But yeah, this is a nice shade. And then these look really cute. Like, these are so adorable. But in this giant binder, I only have 2 spots left, so I don't know what's about to happen. But well, I'm not gonna go through all of them, but yeah, I don't know. A lot of CDs though. I am happy and excited to have them. Okay, goodbye, bye.